I'm back.
Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. All right, we're back in the saddle. I have to stretch for this one because this is about to be. It's about to be something. Number one, YouTube. Let me holler at you real fast. We're not endorsing what she's saying. Even her video that she put up that we're going to react to, she wrote, I think, which means she's not definitively certain that this woman is Kamala's grandmother. She's just going by what she received as information. Number two, YouTube. I'm a Jamaican, so I already have it in my spirit and in my genetic makeup. We know where Jamaicans are. We can tell. Even the ones that are down the generational line. Kamala don't scream Black Jamaican to us, Afro-Jamaican. She screams Indo-Jamaican, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And number three, it is what it is. Anyway, let's get into it. And let's see who's in the building. Walla J, good morning. Brooklyn Queen 125, hello. Vincent Taylor, hello. Jerry Bedford, hello. Eddie Foster, hello. Catsy, hello. SD Johnson 857, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Lehman Lucas, hello. Brother Torian Rain, hello. Black Spider, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. DC Precise, hello. Chief X Ali, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chats or the comments, good morning. All right, let's get into it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right. We know y'all don't like Candace Owens' voice. So we understand. But for all intents and purposes on this, we're going to have to listen to her. So, okay, Queen Coon, Detective Coon. You may present your evidence, and we shall judge for ourselves how accurate or inaccurate it happens to be. Keep the personal feelings out of it. Keep it strictly journalists. Thank you so much.
Get to work! And work their way forward to see how this mystery has unfolded. So we were left with some major holes in Kamala's genealogy. We had from her father, Donald J. Harris, that he grew up in Jamaica and was raised by his grandmother, Miss Iris. He effectively wrote an entire piece about his Jamaican heritage and really focused on his grandmother, like she is the person that made the most difference for him. He honorably mentioned Miss Iris's husband, who he only referred to as Mr. Christie, and remained conspicuously silent about his own mother. How do you do that? How do you just say one sentence about your mother, refer to her as Miss Beryl? And I want to be clear, you're writing this for the population, right? You're talking about your heritage. Even if you called your mother Miss Beryl, you would probably, for the sake of wanting people to be clear on who you're referring to, list her full name. He didn't do that. He just said one sentence. This is not to, ignore my mother, Miss Beryl. And that was it. And we know that her full name, according to her birth certificate, is Beryl Magdalene Finnegan. And we know that at various times she took on the middle name Christie. He also mentioned in that piece that his father was Mass Oscar. I guess, again, that is kind of a slang way of referring to his father.
Oh, God. It's Moss. Oh, my God. Mass. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. I know that was petty, but I mean, if you're going to say that, at least say it correctly. Please. It's Moss.
But I was completely stumped. I was completely stumped as I was looking further into this because I could not find a marriage record between his father Oscar Joseph Harris, Miss Oscar, and his mother, Beryl Finnegan. Like, this is something that to me seemed really odd. And some people who wanted to rationalize it were saying, oh, no, that's just how things were. And sometimes people didn't have record. No, I wasn't buying any of that because we were dealing with a family that had money. It is just a fact that Kamala Harris's family descends from slavers. They were given money for their slaves. Somebody did the calculation essentially for that day and time. It would have been $11 million that they inherited for their slaves once it was abolished. It is why when he speaks about his Jamaican heritage, he speaks about them as having owned stores, right? So this is not your typical Black story that we're referring to here. And so I expected very much for there to be a record of marriage. Oddly, as you guys will recall, any records that I did find suggested to me that Beryl may have been the domestic help, who may have also given birth to a son named Donald, born in 1938, who died before he even turned 2. So that was very strange. Question marks. We were like, okay, we're seeing this Beryl, we're seeing this Donald Harris, we're seeing that an infant died. What's really going on here? Why is it starting to feel like a scary movie? But of course, we want to rationalize it ourselves. Like, maybe it is just a coincidence that another Beryl had another Donald in 1938 in St. Aaron Parish, and we shouldn't look too far into that. What we knew for certain was that Beryl, the correct Beryl, was married at the age of 25. So Donald Harris, who was presenting as Kamala's father, would have been 6 years old. She got married to a man named Lawford Newland, who he has completely erased from his childhood historical accounts. When he wrote this piece, he did not mention a Lawford Newland, a stepdaddy named Lawford Newland. And that was odd because then it would suggest that she would have had to have married his father, Oscar Joseph Harris, after that. So have the kid, marry someone else, and then go back and marry your baby daddy. I don't know, but I needed to find some records. And we also couldn't find a divorce record, by the way, between Lawford Newland and Beryl Finnegan. Where's the divorce record? We did see that he went to America. We searched there. He went through New Orleans. He went to California. We just could not find anything. And in my view, there were too many holes in his account numbers that he got wrong about the siblings. I just felt that there was a secret here. So I decided that we needed more information specifically about Donald J. Harris himself. And we couldn't find a birth certificate for him, out Donald J. Harris himself.
I'm sorry, that ain't no Black man. I'm sorry.
And we couldn't find a birth certificate for him, which I flagged as odd. And I also wanted to find that marriage certificate between his father, Oscar J. Harris, and his mother, Beryl Finnegan. That was crucial to me. So here's what we stumbled upon. More information about Donald J. Harris appeared to us. This is going to get crazy, you guys. I'll tell you how we put this together. Through old Jamaican newspaper clippings that have been digitized. So first and foremost, this one fact checks, but it was a little bit of tidbit of an information that I thought was interesting. It was a wedding announcement that was published in the Kingston Gleaner. That's the name of the newspaper. It was published, as you can see here, November 1st,
Oh, come. This motherfucking. Now you're going to start. You're going to start. Okay. All right. We're going to start.
newspaper clippings that have been digitized. So first and foremost, this one fact checks, but it was a little bit of tidbit of an information that I thought was interesting. It was a wedding announcement that was published in the Kingston Gleaner. That's the name of the newspaper. It was published, as you can see here, November 1st, 1963, which just announces the wedding of presumably Kamala's mother, as we're told, Shyamala Gopalan, to Donald J. Harris. It reads, he is the son of Oscar J. Harris of Spanish Town and Mrs. Beryl Finnegan. Okay. It writes before leaving, it says before leaving Jamaica in 19, and can you pull that up? Because I couldn't read it for clarity. But it says before leaving Jamaica in, it looks like maybe 19, I don't want to guess it. Mr. Harris worked for the Jamaican Information Service.
It says 1961.
Okay, what is the Jamaican Information Service? That's what I asked myself. What is that? I'll tell you what it is. The Jamaican Information Service is an executive agency of the government of Jamaica that is responsible for disseminating information. It used to be known as the Government Public Relations Office. It says that to achieve its objectives, the agency utilizes a broad range of media skill sets: print, radio, television, graphic arts, video projection, and public relations. It was established in 1956. Okay, so now we know before he left Jamaica, he worked for the government. So he's got some connections in government. He's not the only one, because that newspaper article goes on to inform us that his bride, who we're told is Kamala's mother, is the daughter of Mr. P.V. Gopalan, the Deputy Secretary of the Government of India. So she is also connected to the government of India, and her dad is the deputy secretary of the government of India. That's just a thing that I think is important to know, that these two people worked for the government and they came together and they got married. Now, we still could not find a marriage record between these two, but it may be plausible that they got married somewhere else, but at least we see the announcement. So I thought, now let's focus on his father, right? I'm looking for something to attach Oscar to Beryl, presumably, if this is a family that is important enough to have wedding announcements in the newspaper. Maybe we will be able to stumble upon something between Oscar and Beryl. Now, I want to remind you that Kamala brought up Oscar J. Harris, her grandfather, in her book, and she revealed a picture of him on page 282. So I'm going to show you that right now. It reads, "When I was 10 months old, I visited Spanish Town, Jamaica. This is me with my mother and my paternal grandfather, Oscar Joseph." So we know his name is Oscar Joseph Harris, and we know that that's what he looks like thanks to Kamala Harris's book. Great. Love that. So I looked him up, and at first the father came up for a bankruptcy hearing announcement. This is dated, by the way, March 11th, 1939. So this would have been 1 year after Donald was allegedly born. It just reads, "In the matter of bankruptcy petition against Reginald Victor Harris, Oscar Joseph Harris, and Newton Alexander Harris of Brownstown in the parish of St. Anne, trading as Harris Bros, take notice that the above named intend to apply for the revocation of the provisional order of bankruptcy made against them in this honorable court on the 6th day of January 1939. Okay, so we know that they were apparently going through some bankruptcy proceedings, and they were fighting those bankruptcy proceedings. They were going to stand against them. And also, what's relevant there is that we know it's him because it lists his brothers. It lists that they're from Browntown, and we have fact-checked that genealogy. So this is the correct family. This is the grandfather that Kamala is referring to in her book. Here is where it is going to get crazy. Buckle up. I really hope you guys are sitting for this. He came up again, and fortunately, it was for a wedding. Unfortunately, it was not for a wedding to Beryl. Instead, just like Beryl married somebody else, apparently he married somebody else. Now, this clipping is from June 9th, 1952. Look at this. It says, "Oscar Harris weds Vioris Cambridge." Now, I want you to look at this photo, and it certainly looks like, and I know it's a shadow on the left-hand side, but I'm going, that looks like the picture. You can tell by that balding pattern of the person that Kamala has presented to us as her grandfather. And he looks mixed race to me, but that woman on the right looks white to me. Now, I know you're going, Candace, that's crazy. It's a black and white photo, but you know, there's a certain way when you're photographing a black woman that she comes across, and that ain't it.
Bro, what you on? Oh, so now she's an authority on how black people look at photos. Okay. All right. Let's get it.
Get to work, my friends. But again, that was a theory. Let's read the article. It reads, "Vioris Cambridge, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. V.S. Cambridge of St. Elizabeth," that's another parish in Jamaica, "became the bride of Oscar Harris of Browntown, St. Anne, at a beautiful ceremony in the St. Andrew Parish Church, Halfway Tree, on Thursday last night. Her slenderness enhanced by a gown of white nylon and chantilly lace. The bride, carrying a bouquet of white asters, was given in marriage by her father. Her only attendant, her sister, Carmen Cambridge, wore a gown of aquaman in the ceremony, performed by the Reverend Grant Levi of Montego Bay, was Mr. Newton Harris, brother of the groom. During the signing of the register, Mr. Gene McDonald sang, 'I'll walk beside you,' and 'Because,' at a reception held at the home of the bride's uncle on Chester Avenue, Mr. Milton Hamilton was master of ceremonies." I just went, what the heck is this? First and foremost, how odd that Donald J. Harris, as he's recollecting these memories from his childhood, now has left out the part where Beryl married someone when he would have been 6 years old and would have been his stepfather. But he's also now leaving out the fact that his mother similarly married someone when he was a little bit older. I mean, that his father similarly married someone when he was a little bit older, and that woman, at least according to my eyes, appears to me to be fully Caucasian. But I said, that sounds crazy. Let me see if I can find this woman, Vioris Cambridge, by a quick Google search. Like, where? That's quite a different name, Vioris. I've never heard it before. Certainly something's going to pop up. And certainly just one thing did. And it was a funeral entry of a white woman who died in Broward County. And what I noticed about this entry was that it was very scant on details. I'm going to show this to you. Okay. Vioris Anita McPherson, it says. And I'm looking at that face on the left there, and I'm going, I recognize that face. this woman looks familiar to me. Am I crazy? Are you guys seeing? She looks a little bit like Kamala Harris. There's something about the smirk. I don't know. Am I crazy? So I said, let me not jump to conclusions. Maybe I am just so down far the rabbit hole that I'm seeing Kamala's face. So I read this entry and it says, it is with great sadness that the family of Vioris Anita Harris McPherson, Cambridge, in parentheses, so we know that that's her maiden name right there, announces her passing on Saturday, June 15th, 2019. She will be lovingly remembered by her children and spouses, her grandchildren and spouses, her great-grandchildren, cousins, nieces, nephews, and friends. We will celebrate her life on Saturday, June 29th, 2019 at 10 o'clock a.m. at Christ the Rock Community Church. It gives the address there, and it says where they will immediately.
Madam, why would you black that out? You already named the church and the zip code. Anybody can go Google that. Okay.
Follow at a reception hall. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to the Alzheimer's Foundation in memory of Vioris Harris McPherson. So nothing given to us there, literally nothing given to us about our family. Have you ever seen that? Usually survived by a sister, a cousin, a brother. I went to see if anybody posted anything. It says she has a really big family. I was like, okay, well, certainly somebody would have posted on the board. You know, people do that all the time. I'm so sorry for your loss. Love you. Cousin, I'll see you there. Hug kisses, nothing. Very weird. I then tried to look this woman up in Broward County records, and it just looks like people are trying to protect who she was. It doesn't tell me who she's married. I don't see anything there in Broward County. It just has an entry for a marriage that took place in 1994. And I also see that she's got another name there, McPherson. So maybe she got remarried. But it at least tells us that her birthday was October 7th, 1927. So I thought to myself, can I find a woman, a white woman who was born in Jamaica, with that exact birth date, with that exact name? It's, like I said, a very different name, Vioris. And the answer is yes, we did. We were able to locate her birth certificate. And now we know why it said that she was married to V.S. Cambridge. And had listed her father as V.S. Cambridge, Mr. and Mrs. V.S. Cambridge. That's because her father's name is Vivian. Her mother's name is Adina Wright. And here you have it, born in Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth is, here she is. This is this woman, Vioris Cambridge, born to Vivian Cambridge and Adina Wright on October 7th, 1927 in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. What the hell is going on? Who is this woman? Why hasn't this been mentioned? Why does it feel like this profile was being very hidden? And again, as Donald was jumping in to his family background and speaking about how Jamaican it was, why didn't he mention this?
Brother Torian Rain. Excellent question. Funny thing, I'm glad you brought this up because Sunday I'm going to have an upload for you guys. I'm actually going to break down the Black conservative. And in response to your comment, they're liars. And Sunday, when I do that upload, I'm going to show you a classic example of them being hypocritical when it comes to race/color. And it actually does involve a Black conservative. But let's get back to the show.
Get to work! Why didn't he mention this woman, his white relatives? It might be relevant when we're having a discussion about Kamala's race to mention the fact that your dad married a white woman. I'm just saying, here's another picture of her. And there's something familiar about her smile. There's something familiar. I'm looking at this woman, I'm going, this woman looks to me like Kamala Harris. Now, something even weirder, the person who did create something for her online, okay, who created a profile for her on Ancestry.com, look what he put in the middle of her name. He lists her name as Vioris Anita Iris Cambridge. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So we looked into this briefly. And again, all of this has transpired within the last 4 hours. So we are not as organized about this, or we are not as certain about this, but it looks like the person who made this entry was a member of her extended family. It looks like she got remarried in 1994 in America and that's where she picks up the name McPherson. And that individual put Iris in quotation marks. Is it possible that Donald J. Harris, when he's fondly remembering Miss Iris, could be speaking about this woman? Yeah, it's possible. Everything's a possibility. Like I said, he's very scant on the details here. What we do know is that he declined to mention this woman. He declined to mention someone that his father married who was completely white. And as I said, I wouldn't have an issue with this if people were forthcoming and spoke about this. The press, as you're out there referring to Janet Jackson, is crazy, right? For suggesting, what did Janet Jackson say? She said that she heard that Kamala's father, Donald J. Harris, was Irish. Can somebody pull up that picture of Vioris again? She heard that his family was Irish. I think Vioris, maybe Vioris Cambridge, might be Irish. Was she so crazy to mention that, press? Would it be so crazy if you guys did your actual job and looked into these things as opposed to constantly trying to obscure things to protect your preferred candidates because you believe she should just be handed this? Now the question is it possible that the woman that we're looking at right there is Kamala's grandmother? Is it possible, based on the records that we have, that Beryl and Donald never did marry? Is it possible Beryl and Oscar, never did marry? Is it possible, is it feasible that marriage never took place and they both married two different people, and that instead, at some point when they decided to blackify Kamala's history, they included this Beryl as her grandmother?
Blackify.
Is it possible? I don't want to go too far down conspiracy lane, but I'm telling you that we're close here. This is a big missing piece of her family history that should have been mentioned, okay? And I find it highly suspicious. I do not think that we have answers still on who Donald Harris is. I do not trust him. I do not trust him just having discovered this information and realizing that he left out two significant marriages and is instead focusing on Kamala's great-grandmother, referring to her as Miss Iris. Who is Miss Iris actually? I can tell you that, again, we came across all of this in the last few hours. But we're going to stay on them, because now that we have found this piece and we have found this white woman, and again, I'm not trying to call her out for being white, but I'm just saying that, like, she is a white woman. She's very white. And Janet Jackson was not crazy to suggest this. And now we know that somebody is putting her in quotation marks as Iris, and a picture is starting to come together. Let me say this. If, and I'm not saying this is true, but if we find out that woman is Kamala's real grandmother, I mean, can we get a side-by-side of Kamala? If we find out that is Kamala's real grandmother, and that she decided to appropriate the domestic help who potentially died younger as her grandmother, we are watching one of the most diabolical political moves that we have ever seen in the history of this country. I just want to say that. I'm not saying it's true, again, but I'm saying that I don't like the picture. I always find that the dog that isn't barking, the fact that they never mentioned these marriages, the fact that they laughed people out of the room when they suggested that Kamala Harris could be white, and the fact that they just refused to mention any aspect of this and are remaining hush-hush on it, doesn't make me feel good. I don't trust these people. There's something about Kamala saying she's in these streets that doesn't make me feel that she's being honest about who she actually is. I'm not going to let
She sounds so cringy when she tries to talk street. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Again, I love how for years, New Black Media done told you she's not a black woman. Like, here's my thing, family. We went through the Rachel Dolezal saga. Okay, cool. She went to the HBCU. She pledged. Came out that she was a white woman. Her parents outed her. Is what it is. Okay, fine. The entire world saw that saga play out. The entire saga played out. My job has no power. Okay. We saw that whole saga play out. You saw Obama play out. You've seen Sean King play out. So you have 3 examples. Now all of a sudden, when it comes to command me, now y'all wanna fight people on this? Y'all don't even want to be 50-50. Y'all never learn. Again, I ain't giving the critter credit. I mean, look, she did her research fine, cool. Again, we don't even know if this is true or not. But it don't help that, number one, her father don't come outside and say he black, because we already know the answer to that. He identifies Irish. He identifies Indian. We already know this. And him coming outside is basically going to sink her campaign. Because people tired of lying politicians. Number 2, when Donald Trump at the debate brought that up, she should have been on his neck about that. Well, he damn sure ain't Creole. He damn sure ain't that. But I feel you. Like I said, she should have been on his neck about that. She should have just come outside and say, yo, I'm a straight up black woman. Here's the proof. She has 2 major X accounts and Facebook, and I'm sure TikTok. She could easily, and Instagram, she could easily just put this out. Easily. You're going to give me a quote from a book that he didn't even write himself, because that's not an autobiography. He said he a Negro from the islands. That's why y'all put that in there as a troll. Oh, you talking about Red? Okay, great. We knew this. Y'all got to keep up, Red. We didn't talk. We've already lambasted George Soros on this channel multiple times. So thank you so much. Anyway, the reason why she's not going to play that card is because she knows once she becomes black and it's confirmed, she can't sit up there and take black votes and not do nothing. If they look what we did to Obama. She can't have that. She can't survive that. And here we are again. Y'all out there fighting for a supposed white woman. Y'all will never learn. Okay. Might as well continue.
Get to work. Let go of this. Again, we are getting closer and closer, and I will bet you the DNC is paying attention to this show now. All right, guys, before we cover some other...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so you're doing this for the DNC's attention. So if they do something to your channel, you can go and blame them, talking about, I must be telling the truth. We can do that next week, actually, because I started looking into that. We could definitely do that next week. Yes, they do have that. We do have that out of many one thing. And guess what? The younger generations are starting to get away from that because they know. But there was something else I saw on X that might be of interest to y'all. Y'all should applaud me. You don't have to hear Candace Owens no more.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Now, some white woman put this up, ironically, saying this is the death certificate of Kamala's grandmother. Now it says death in the District of Alexandria. St. Anne. It says residence Inverness, Alexandria, St. Anne. It said this person died September 3rd, 1995. Full name Beryl Finnegan. Said she died of a bed sore and something else. Female, 81. So she's trying to say this is Kamala's real grandmother. Now, here's the thing. They've been trying to pass around that woman, for that black woman, as Kamala's grandmother. Here's the thing. I already looked at that photo, and I told y'all this already. I already looked at that photo. That photo was photoshopped. That was edited heavily because the coloring of the woman standing there and Kamala, it doesn't line up. Like if you take pictures, even on cell phones, you know when somebody edits photos. Like it's not even close. And what person takes a photo with their grandparent? I want y'all to understand this. What person takes a photo with their grandparent and they're not even at least looking in the same direction? What do I mean? Look at that photo. That woman is damn near 90 degrees. Kamala is at an angle. Why is her hands behind her back? Again, Kamami, you could just come outside. Produce a picture of your black family. Hell, in 2020, you put up a picture, and I put this up on X. So if you're in the Discord, you saw it. She has an entire Facebook post dedicated to her maternal grandparents. So you can tell that they're Indian. But this here, you could end this easily. Obama's mama is white. They still consider him black. So you have grace from the jack-offs. But anyway, it's not that hard to prove your lineage. Shout out to ZZ at A to Z TV. She figured me out the first time I talked to her. And I didn't lie. I told, I ain't from this soil. My people from Jamaica. And me and her still cool. And that was 2 years ago. All you got to do is be honest. Okay, ma'am, you got to understand, we're not the only people in this country that care about race. If your people are Irish and Indian, okay, you're appealing to two different demographics. You could just be honest about that, and boom, you could win this election just off of that. Because those two subsectors will say, you know what, at least that bitch is honest. At least she's acknowledging who she is. All this playing around that you black and you Jamaican and all this, you done turn them fools off. Because now they're hearing Donald has Irish in it. By the way, for you low IQ folk who only know Jamaica for palm trees and beef patties, we have different ethnicities down there. You finally got to that sector. You don't know the intricacies of it. Just like what Candace just said, yeah. The Indians, the Indo-Jamaicans, and the Chinese Jamaicans, yeah, they play caste games down there. Yes, they do. Kamala people come from money, and you cool with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that if you come from money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My problem is that you have Jamaicans like myself telling you that woman is not Afro-Jamaican, but you swearing up and down that her father is, even though her own father said he isn't. That's what's pissing me off. Because y'all gonna sit up there and just vote for that woman just because you think she's black. And then she gonna turn around and screw you over. And then we gonna have to sit up there and tell you once again, you sat up there and voted for somebody black who ain't gonna do nothing for you. Now we have to clean up your mess. We have to make sure, now we're gonna have to over educate people again, just because you don't want to sit up there and just listen to people that maybe know more than you because you want to be right. All y'all that love running around talking about, oh, Command Me and the DNC giving us money, they're telling us to go stand outside. Hey, too raw, too real, you punk. Why don't you just get her on a live and ask her straight up and down? Oh, you're just going to take her word for it, right? And then what if it come out, right? Let's just say she wins, right? And to come outside, she walk up in there with the Indian flag on her chest. Then what y'all going to do? What if it come out later? She president is past her first 100 days, and you know, she just comes out and says, you know what? Something happens in, let's just say something happens in India, like some natural disaster or whatever. And she's giving her speech, and she says something to the effect that, you know, this natural disaster affects both sides of my family. And y'all are watching this press conference, and you watching all everybody talking about it, putting up that clip, and you fools sitting there, y'all gonna be scratching your head, or you gonna start asking questions, because either what you pick, we're going to laugh at you. You heard Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey tell y'all they have Irish lineage, right? Okay, cool. But they are black. We've seen their parents, especially Bob Marley's. We've seen his parents. But you're going to take that woman at her word, and you have no definitive proof of who she is. Cool. You know what? I hope it does come out. By the way, over 100 people hit the like. I hope it does come out that she's not black. I really hope so. Because I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to just laugh. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I will just have a 5-minute live, and all you're going to hear is this on loop. Because I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take. We're in 2024. Your big old selves cannot be still sitting up here trying to accept everybody. Y'all learned nothing from Shaun King, did you? I don't know, family. I don't know. I don't know. Let me guess. She has this woman probably still has a Jamaican accent, right? So that automatically makes her black, right? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I guess we're accepting him too, right?
Bad man in England, bad man in the Portmore, bad man in the Kingston. Don't know, say the thing long, we have Chinese.
We're accepting him too, right? I gotta accept him, right? Okay. All right. Y'all motherfucker. Yo. Yeah, y'all don't get it. Y'all really don't get it. You know what? And the funny thing is, that man finna be in GTA 6 because y'all accept anybody. Snow was Canadian, and Snow got outed, and Snow is gone. These are the Negroes that are gonna go take that took Big Shaq and swore up and down he from the Caribbean. He a whole African. Okay. Okay. Family, I just want y'all to understand how we got here. People that want to talk on things they have nothing. They know nothing outside their own borders. They want to talk. They accept this. All right. She's nowhere close to Black American. Nowhere close. This is a chick that we found out that she's in flux with herself. She picked every goddamn stereotype from her time on this earth and put it together and created a dossier on herself. I'll let y'all sound off. I get it. Jamaicans ain't exactly always the most reliable folk. I understand. But I mean, goddamn, we telling y'all this chick ain't who she think y'all want her to be. Just listen to us on this, at least. Nah. I would floor y'all right now. Well, y'all saw Lord and Chin, but like, come on. Next, y'all gonna tell me Lord and Chin black. Oh boy. And people like this are going in the booth that talk like that. They're going in the booth. Niggas out here ready to cancel Janet Jackson because she asked a question.
People who vote for her.
Anton Daniels is a coon. Well, let me hear what these people talking about.
I think as long as people just don't really look for context in what they're saying or what she's saying, they'll just go along with it. They'll just go along. I was actually listening to a Tim Walz rally today. Just going for those applause moments and those stuff that will appeal to your emotions. But when in reality, they're just intellectually and emotionally manipulating you. So absolutely no, she's not presidential, and it will definitely come back to bite people.
Question. I like that you put that up. Now, there was an article a couple of years ago that was saying, hey, Kamala Harris, the small Indian village that her mama come from, they celebrating her. Why is St. Andrew or St. Anne not celebrating this woman? It's just a question. It's just a question. 2 major parishes in that country. They're not. Nobody said anything. Ain't no TVJ, no CVM, no CNN. CNN is Jamaica in September. It's kind of nice down there. Y'all ain't send nobody down there. No MSNBC. Y'all didn't send Joy Reid or Senegalese, Guyanese, coon himself down there to go ask people on the street about Kamami. Nobody. Okay.
Does anybody disagree with that?
I agree 1000%.
Why do you agree?
I mean, I've listened to her. I've listened to a bunch of interviews that she's done, and well, I think she's done maybe like 3 outside of the presidential debate, and you can tell like she doesn't know what to say, and it's like she's reading from a teleprompter. You can see her eyes, but that one was she wasn't reading from a teleprompter. That's how you know she didn't know what to say, and that's how she had to get out of there on time. So yeah, it's a bunch. She says a whole bunch of nothing, man. So I definitely agree with Spaces said.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree as well. She never answers questions. I actually just sit there and watch. I observe her when she actually is on, when someone actually interviews her.
I'm sorry. Her Vegeta eyebrows are pissed. I can't. I'm distracted. I'm sorry. I got to figure out to do something. I know what to do. I can't. Like she might be talking sweet and lovely, but she just looks pissed off. I don't get it. So what we finna do is I'm gonna put back on the thumbnail while she's talking, because that shit is just, oh my god, and it's shut again, you motherfucker, because that thing is distracting. I'm sorry. I hate this mouse.
That's how you know she didn't know what to say, and that's how she had to get out of there.
All right, I'm gonna put back on the thumbnail while this woman's talking, because I can't do it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree as well. She never answers questions. I actually just sit there and watch. I observe her when she actually is on, when someone actually interviews her. She never answers questions. She give a bunch of word salad. She doesn't. She's not straightforward. If she wants to be presidential, she needs to be transparent about what her policies are. She needs to be transparent about what her plans are for the future.
She has no plans and no policy.
She just never answers questions. And the happenstance that she does, people just fall for it because they're emotional. They go off of, she does the rah-rah thing, try to get you with her emotions. She tries to get you with the fact that, she has a family. I've heard her family story. I don't know how many times. That's what she starts off with. And she just doesn't answer questions. So to me, she is not presidential. Yes, it will come back to bite us in the future.
Let me ask you a question to follow up on that. Is there anything that you like about her?
Not a single thing.
No.
Not
Hold
yet.
on, wait. Before y'all answer, I want y'all to think about y'all answer before y'all.
They were honest. There's nothing about her that people like. They were honest. Why you try to stop them? First impressions are the one most people go with. They didn't like her off rip. They gave her a chance to change, and it ain't changing. What is this? Kamala Harris' daddy wrote he is Eastern Indian, and Irish. Kamala didn't decide to pass as black until she ran for POTUS in 2020. I was rejected based on a record in California against black people, including siding against Michael Jackson when he was attacked. Janet Jackson was not wrong. She was not born and bred in America, Lord. Okay, so we're just gonna skip. We're just gonna skip Canada. Okay.
California's Kamala Harris is the first Indian American U.S. Senator.
And California's Attorney General Kamala Harris has scripted history as she won the U.S. Senate seat from the state, becoming the first Indian American to achieve this feat.
And certainly, you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
Why ain't you slipping black?
Certainly, you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
She dropping Indian bars? Okay.
And certainly, you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
Oh, she said not good.
Right. Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you're about to enter to help you God. You got some family out here?
Thank you. Come on, family. I got quite a crew.
Well, great to
Where the black people?
see you. Do you guys know what they Oh, I'm sorry.
And then extended families with you.
Oh, no.
Okay, come on, everybody. Crew. Come on, extended family. My extended family is here.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Why?
How are you, man? See if you can jump around the back.
Come on, yeah, we will.
You've done it
Where's
before.
all
Good
the
to
black
see
people? Huh. All right. It was oh Lord. Must be nice. Mm. Like, come on, family. Like, look at this picture. Like, come on. They don't even look alike. Anyway, one more time. If not, I'm gonna leave. We'll put the StreamYard link in there. Y'all want to go off on her? That's cool. You want to go off on Jamaicans? That's cool. It is what it is. I'm about done because I don't get this. Because let me want to go outside and start questioning somebody's Black American lineage. I'm gonna get attacked like World War II. But I'm telling y'all, hey, this ain't her. She ain't us. And y'all coming back and yelling at me. The fuck?
Donald Trump has to say. You know, her mother is an Indian, right? Her father is Jamaican. So she can't just turn black. She has it within her. This is Kamala Harris.
Okay. How is she gonna turn black?
This is me. This is Donald. And I think that's Kamala. This one was taken at her grandmother's home. Very smart. Ask a lot of questions from babyhood. They would ask her things that I didn't even know about. She used to jump off the cliffs and so on and play. So this is the community area. We are from Jamaica once more again. And it's Jamaica to the world.
She's not black. Never mind. Never fucking mind. I don't care. Yes, sir.
How you doing, kid? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's. I don't know why. Do you hear a wind in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, hold on. Is that better?
It's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, sir. I don't know why Kansas thought that was
Donald Trump
some groundbreaking news about she not being black, about her folks. Like you said, not just you. People in California been talking about that for decades, almost a decade now, about her not being black. So I'm still trying to figure out why she think it's groundbreaking work that she's doing. When everybody in California has been saying that for a decade now. Hell, almost 2 decades. If you think about it, since the early 2000s. So I don't understand the. Never mind. I don't want to understand because I don't want to understand her people. Come on, yeah, she's not black. We gonna keep saying it to the cows come home, kid.
Mm.
You don't. How was you during the hurricane? You did all right.
Yeah, we was inside watching. I went outside to go get some stuff. It was cool. Then it got worse when I got back in. But maybe the Most High was looking out for me. Here we go. April 6th, 20. Good. Thank you, Reese. You're only looking at her because she's an intersectionalist. Thank you so much.
Intersexual, Lord have mercy. It's only words that get on my nerves.
Who died? Oh, y'all talking about power. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, this made her black, huh?
Heat that ended up around the bend the knee and Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
Many smart people have said it actually was not a thing. The Russian bots started taking it.
The Russian bots.
Yes. You feel like you're being targeted by Russian bots now? Well, we already know we are. You know,
Russian bots, huh?
have said if you.
You said we.
Russian bots. Okay.
Speaking French. Oh,
We
shit.
have to guard that spirit. Let it always inspire us. Let it always be the source of our optimism, which is that spirit that is so uniquely American. And let that then inspire us by helping us to be inspired to.
And there it is. Y'all cool with this?
Nope, I ain't.
Oh my God.
Not
Let us
cool
be
with it.
inspired to be inspired. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yo, fuck nuts.
Yeah,
Damn,
okay.
Bush sound better than her. Shit. Bush was stupid as hell when he spoke.
And y'all voting for this. Y'all voting for an Indian version of Bush II.
Oh, I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that. Oof.
And why should I care?
Jesus.
We in trouble.
Who's we? I've told y'all I already adjusted.
Oh yeah, I just be here. Thanks for clearing that up for me. I ain't mean to say that. Yeah. Anything else came out about Eric Adams update?
Well, they're talking about he might be getting arrested today.
Oh, perk walk.
Pretty much. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I was gonna come on yesterday, but I was working.
He got a rain this morning.
That's what happened when you go off script.
With our team.
Huh?
I said that's what happened when you go off script.
Phil Tate was right there as the mayor arrived.
All you had to do was stay on code. Well, get on code.
The mayor has turned himself in. He is now inside of the federal courthouse as we expect his arraignment process to get underway at 12 noon. This is where he will be booked. This is where he will be fingerprinted as he faces criminal charges. I want to go to this video right now just to
they gonna put him
handcuffs,
mugshot gonna be out there.
Two black SUVs pull up outside of the courthouse as Mayor Adams and his legal team arrived. Now, he didn't speak to any reporters. He rather gave a thumbs up and made his way inside and went through security.
That's what she said.
At today's arraignment, we also expect to hear if bail will be set. Now, prosecutors allege he cashed in relationships with foreign leaders for political gain and personal travel. In a now unsealed 57-page federal indictment, it charged Adams with bribery, wire fraud, and accepting improper campaign contributions. Now, Adams also accused of intervening in fire department procedures to benefit foreign interests by pressuring fire inspectors to approve the opening of a Turkish consulate building.
Oh, they're mailing out more coffee venereal disease tests.
Now, amid the pile of charges the get stuff done mayor faces, it will be business as usual for his administration as he showed no indication of resigning. Now, Adams has asked New Yorkers to hear his side of the story and to allow this to play out in the court of law. Now, following the mayor's arraignment today, a second appearance is now scheduled for Wednesday, which was supposed to be next Friday. Now, today we expect to hear again any bail that could be set. And the next
Bail?
thing we expect to learn when this trial
Wait, what?
will get
Damn, they
underway.
really trying to
Live
throw him in
Lower
jail.
Manhattan.
Get
I'm Phil
some.
Tate, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
He done by the end of the day. He gotta leave.
And you hear about what the former Detroit mayor had to say about it?
But you go pull that up.
And show the family. That's the one that Trump got out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that ain't it. You talking about Kwame?
Kirkpatrick.
Wait, he came outside and said something? Boy, you better be quiet.
Yeah, he came outside and said something. You know, I thought, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You better be quiet. They said 8 days ago.
Yeah,
Wait, he said something
outside.
recently?
Yeah, about what was going on. Yeah.
What, with Adams?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. What is going on with this mouse this morning? God damn.
Said that hurricane outside, they ain't messing with you, they say.
No, it ain't that. It probably needs to charge. Yeah, I don't see anything. Hold on, let me look. Let me
How about
put
something
the
that's
SD. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it hasn't said anything.
I thought, yeah, because that's the one that Trump got out. The one that said that, yeah, I thought he said something.
No, that was like he said he was done with Democrats. That I heard.
Oh yeah.
But,
Because they the one that locked his
he ain't
ass
saying nothing
up.
about Eric Adams. He's smart. He better not say nothing.
What they try to get him for again? Money laundering.
Money, yeah, he took money. Well, they got him. It's not they didn't. They were trying to get him. They got him.
Oh, he was doing it, or
he was in jail. Yeah, he did
yeah.
that shit. Well, him and his people did it, but you know, them people took plea deals. They said it was all him.
Damn. Just like the Young Dolph trial. Damn.
Because he can't say it. That was the point. He says that, cool. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna flood the zone with all the videos where he said, "Bring the migrants here. We're gonna help them."
Mm-hmm. He kept going up there to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Biden, we need help. He was like, "Nah, you all right."
Yeah, you say you take it, so that means you had the money for it. Take them.
Mm-hmm. Look at Chicago, $1 billion in debt, almost $1 billion in debt. Excuse me. And asking everybody, y'all ask this question: are those migrants gonna put that money back into the city?
No, now he knows.
They ain't putting that money back in. They spending all that money back. They spending all that money to go out. It ain't coming back in. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they gonna learn. Giving out money to folks that don't care, and then they send it right back overseas or right back to their homeland. But yeah, I'm a land my plane there, kid.
Mm-hmm. Is she serious? Y'all gotta see this. And then I'm getting out of here. This is what I mean. These are people going in the booth in 5 weeks with us. Lady. So Jason Black put this up, said, did Biden really send the exact same U.S. attorney after Eric Adams that he sent after Diddy, all in the same month, right before he leaves office? He ain't even try to hide it anymore. So this woman said he's a state attorney general. What? Does she not realize that attorney general and the U.S. attorney are two different things? Oh my God. Okay. So then he said to all the ADHD kids who don't know the difference between a U.S. attorney and a state attorney general, or are also ignorant of the fact state attorney generals don't prosecute federal cases, or you were too lazy and brain dead to just Google who is Letitia James. Thanks for the content. Is she serious right now? You have yes, it should be a city DA doing the case, but the feds want him. So they send the U.S. attorney. The indictment was filed in the Southern District of New York. That's Fed. These are not state charges. These are Fed charges. Because he left the country repeatedly on somebody else's dime that he did not disclose. Jesus Christ. I can't believe this. People are so dumb. You're assuming that Trump is going to win. Never assume that. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, if they were going to do it, they would have done it. He's not going to do it. But anyway, let me get up out of here. Let's read these super chats. Chief Ali, thank you for the 5 memberships. That's a blessing. It's only 99 cents, helps me reinvest back in the platform and buy toys and clothes for the baby. And when you let us know how long you've been a member or give out memberships or do become a member or give a super chat or super sticker, we tell you how much of a blessing that is. And you get this here. Bert, thank you for giving out 5 memberships. That's a blessing. And you get this here. And Big Hank 75, thank you for the $5 super chat. You said we need that Iori Yagami laugh, and we go get that. That's a blessing. And you get this here. All right. What else we got? D Foster, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. That's a blessing. And you get this here. All right. What else? Cameron Jones, thank you for the $5 super chat. You say you're a good journalist. You're always on code. B1, brother. B1 to you too as well. That's a blessing. And you get this here. All right, I think that's everything. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna take a break because I did a live last night. I was crazy, and then I got it flagged, and then I just did 2 lives back to back. Yeah, probably not gonna stream tomorrow unless something catastrophic happens. Then we'll go live, but probably not. There's always Sunday Bible study, but again, I understand. And thank y'all for voting in the poll if you did. It wasn't going to be us running around reading Bible verses. We were actually going to talk about some serious shit, but you know, if it happens, it happens. If not, I understand. Y'all might not want to be there for that. But anyway, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I might not even go to work again today. They just told me they lost power. So I might have another day off. Lord knows I need it. But anyway, y'all, Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. Just lie about your identity.
Wait around. Yep. Mark, yeet and get out.
Time's up. But did we have a good time here? Hello?
At the end of the day gotta end.
Get your money up, not your funny up. Big fucking move.
That's it.